I love it when a bad idea comes together, but I love it even more when a bad idea leads to an entire business to laugh at. Something like pink sauce, for example. An actual rancid, toxic sludge that was being shipped to willing customers to ingest and get sick from. You would have actually been safer ordering an acid bomb in the mail than getting the pink sauce delivered. That's like a biological weapon that probably should have been outlawed. But it's a good example for a bad idea leading to an entire business. And another great example is NFTs. I just love these awful ideas that somehow form like an entire business model around them, and it's just fun to joke about. Today, I've got a really fun and wacky one for all of you. It's called grit boxing, and it recently went viral for its most recent marketing push. I believe it was a TikTok video that was floating around, kind of hyping up the program.
If you're single and looking for someone who's into fitness but who also gets down on the weekends, I found your people. Grit Boxing is a full body strength, treadmill, and boxing class in a nightclub setting.
More like shitness, am I right? Because this is like the most counterintuitive idea imaginable. Having a whole workout program in class that immediately leads into drinking alcohol at the full service liquor bar that's attached to it with the nightclub. What the fuck is the point in even working out in that case? I just can't even wrap my little smooth brain around the thought process here. Just wiping sweat from your forehead? Oh boy, oh brother, wow, gee willikers. What a killer workout, I'm torqued, what a fucking pump. Well, time to go ruin it. I'll take 5 shots, give me some lemon drops. It doesn't compute. The second you start drinking alcohol after a workout, your goose is cooked. Kiss those gains goodbye. I also couldn't imagine something I'd want less after a big workout than alcohol. That sounds like that just put me in the grave. Like that just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like a lawsuit waiting to happen for grit boxing. But I'm also imagining the workouts aren't that extreme. It's probably mainly just a social experience for like the drinking and nightclub side of things. But even still, can you imagine the stench of that nightclub? My god, that Methodist, the odorous aroma that would just ruin everything. That has to smell like shit in there. It probably smells worse than a Super Smash Brothers tournament. I can't imagine that's pleasant. Why would you want to go from sweating and working out to immediately into the nightclub and drinking? Just sounds terrible.
The best part is that at the end of the class, there's a party at the front of the studio with an open bar. So everybody is super sweaty, but they're taking shots.
The lady narrating this video sounds like the announcer from the old Snuggie As Seen on TV commercials. I don't know if it's even a real person. This could be text-to-speech. I'm not really sure. But whoever's doing it sounds exactly like the old Snuggie commercials. Now, I don't doubt that there's good fun to be had at the nightclub, but I just still don't understand this marrying of fitness right into drinking and partying. It just feels like, why even bother with the fitness? Just take that space and make a bigger nightclub out of it, because I promise you, no one's going to grit boxing for the sole purpose of getting big or healthy. If they were, they'd go to any other gym. They're going there for the socialization mainly, so why even bother with the fitness side? Just commit to being like a fun party spot. It's just kind of a weird gimmick, especially since they're pretty open with where their focus is, because they're really diving in on if you're single, you're trying to pipe, you want to mash pissers, but you also want to get big. Well, come on down to grit boxing. We got a nightclub and then, I don't know, like 2 punching bags or something over there and a treadmill. But about that nightclub, have you seen the bartender?
And flirting. Even the bartender took off his shirt. He's super hot and was feeding people champagne. This is the most fun workout in New York by far.
That bartender goes so hard he ripped his goddamn shirt off like Hulk Hogan, started twirling it over his head and pouring champagne shots for everyone for free. It's very clear that a workout is not the primary objective when going here. So why are we pretending? Like, this is just some weird disjointed Frankenstein's monster of an idea where they took 2 things that legitimately couldn't be more opposite and slammed them together. This is like if I opened a sperm bank, but also kicked you in the nuts every time you went to try and, like, ejaculate. That's a terrible example. But you get my point. When you work out, you need to replenish the body with nutrients and many other important things, none of which you're gonna find in alcoholic beverages. I decided to do a little digging because this really blew me away. It piqued my interest. So I watched a couple of news segments about it talking about like, wow, this is really modern and cool. I learned that every class is about 50 minutes of high intensity exercising that finishes with some shots at the end. Now they do have like options that aren't alcoholic, of course. They also have like healthy drinks as well as electrolyte boosters and shit, but they clearly put a lot of emphasis on the more hard beverages. That's kind of the selling point, which again is very silly. But anyway, I just wanted to show this a little bit here. I guess if you're single, wanting a workout, and also wanting drinks immediately after in the hopes of finding love on the dance floor when you're throwing your ass in a circle while you're dripping with sweat and musty, this is the spot for you. That's about it. So yeah.